getting this. I have to open the. In a minute. I don't know why. Sorry, is that too bright? Sorry.
Good afternoon, everyone. Hello. I'm Jordan Nyfield, and I'll be the clerk for today's subcommittee meeting, and I'm pleased to welcome everyone to this meeting of the subcommittee. I'll take everyone through the first three agenda items. If anyone intends on recording the public proceedings of the meeting, please make this known now. This is not to prevent you, but to ensure that all parties are aware. Okay. Item 1, we've received no apologies. Item 2, we have no substitute members. Can I please ask the panel for a nomination for chairman today?
I propose Councillor Wales, please.
I
second that.
Thank you very much. Councillor Wales, you are today's chairman for the subcommittee.
Thank you very much. Okay, so as chair, I would ask if there are any disclosures by members and officers. There are none. No. Have any members been lobbied? Item 5. No. So item 6 then. I intend to take item 7, the application for premises licence under the Licensing Act 2003 for Alim Et 14 to 19 Middle Row, Maidstone, Kent, in public as proposed. So to consider the application, the subcommittee will hold its deliberations in private session with the legal advisor in attendance only. Is this agreed? Great, thank you. So moving on then to the actual application. For a premises licence under the Licensing Act 2003 for Alim Et 14 to 19 Middle Row, Maidstone, Kent. I will now ask that all persons participating in this afternoon's hearing identify themselves, starting with members of the subcommittee. So I'm Councillor Simon Wales. I'm a ward member for Lewes and Linton.
I'm Councillor Val Springett. I'm a ward member for Bearsted and Downswood.
I'm Councillor Miller and I'm a ward member for Fanton Oakwood Ward.
Okay, and our legal advisor to my right.
Helen Ward, legal advisor.
And committee clerk.
Sorry, Jordan.
Lorraine
over there.
Neal.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sorry, Lorraine
the
Neal,
senior licensing
officer.
officer.
Yeah.
And if we could ask our two applicants to identify themselves.
My name is Mevlana Kark. I work on behalf of E.T. Butcher Restaurant Takeaway Limited.
My name is Merv Sachak. I'm part of the management.
And can I ask that all parties confirm they've received a copy and are aware of the subcommittee hearing procedure? Yes, all applicants do. Thank you. So the subcommittee will allow all parties to put their case fully and make submissions to the panel within a reasonable time frame. The procedure would take the form of a discussion led by the subcommittee. Any persons in attendance behaving in a disruptive manner may be directed to leave the meeting. I think that'll be unlikely today, including temporarily, after which such person may submit to the subcommittee in writing any information which that person would have been entitled to give orally had the person not been required to leave the meeting. If this is not possible, then they may be allowed to speak again at my invitation. So I will now ask that all subcommittee members confirm that they have pre-read all the papers and other documentation regarding the hearing.
I have.
Colleagues, yes. Thank you very much. So now I'll ask Lorraine Neal, Senior Licensing Officer, to briefly outline the application. Over to you.
Morning, members. Apologies, I got the times wrong. Anyway, members are asked to determine this application for a new premise licence under the Licensing Act 2003 for Alim Et 14 to 19 Middle Row, Maidstone, Kent, ME141TG. The proposed licensable activities and hours applied for are outlined in the table at point 3, page 1 of the report, and the application form is attached as Appendix 1. The application was correctly advertised in the local press and notices displayed at the premises for the required period. Originally, there was one representation received from a responsible authority, which was Kent Police. They submitted their reps on the 31st of December 24. Discussions then took place between the police and the applicant, where agreement was reached on the wording of some conditions. Both parties confirmed agreement on the 9th of January 2025, where the applicant confirmed they were happy to accept the amended conditions be applied to their licence, and the police then withdrew their reps. Those emails are attached as Appendix 4. There are 3 representations received from other parties, which can be seen in the table at point 6, page 3. All 3 reps state the 4 licensing objectives as grounds for objection. The detail of the objections can be found in the emails, which are attached as Appendix 3. The applicant's operating schedule, found at page 5 of the report, is largely superseded by the police conditions, except for the noise nuisance conditions found under public nuisance objective. So members, after considering the contents of the report, the relevant legislation and guidance, and the information provided at the meeting today, the members' available options when determining the application are to grant as applied for, grant with conditions, exclude any licensable activity, reject the DPS, or reject the application. Thank you, members.
Thank you, Lorraine. So does the subcommittee have any questions for the senior licensing officer?
Could I just ask Lorraine just to clarify what she said? I think she said there was something in the licence application that had been amended by the police conditions. I must have missed something somewhere. Can I just check with that, Lorraine? I think you said there was the police, something the police required slightly amended that what was on the application, and I must have missed that when I've read it.
So the police submitted original conditions back in December, and the applicant wanted to amend slightly one of the conditions. The police agreed to that, and so the amended conditions just show that slight amendment to one of the conditions, and it was those conditions that were agreed.
Okay, thank you. That was my misunderstanding of that. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. Just to clarify, Lorraine, that's the conditions that are set out on pages 33 and 34 of the agenda, the current
Yes.
agreed position.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, if there are no more questions for Lorraine, I'll now ask the applicants to provide their opening remarks.
In terms of the police, we came to an agreement anyway because it wasn't nothing not to come to an agreement. They just wanted door staff, which obviously we would have just in case. In terms of the 3 objections from the other neighbourhood, I would say, we kind of find it a bit vague because we're surrounded with nightclubs and bars and clubs, bars, pubs, and etc. We're a restaurant. We're not a bar or nightclub. I don't know how we would be contributing to noise, nuisance, and etc. Because at the end of the day, like I said, we're not really a bar or nightclub or anything like that. And we've got a reputation in Maidstone. I'm pretty sure we're quite known as a restaurant up in Larkfield. We're not looking to ruin that, turn it into a nightclub or anything like that. So we don't understand like why people are objecting when we're surrounded with all the objections being listed anyway.
Thanks for that. So do any of the panel members wish to ask any questions? Yes, Councillor Minham.
Hi there. Would you mind telling me, because I don't know about the premises that you run in Larkfield or anything like that, would you be able to just tell me what your intentions are for this venue and what you're hoping to do?
We currently own a restaurant, Turkish restaurant up in Larkfield called Alimet. It's a takeaway and a restaurant sort of next to each other, adjacent. We've had a family history being in the business for since 1989, before I was born. And we've just been literally trying to thrive on our success by adding more businesses onto our venues list, hence why we've got a parent company as well, which we're looking forward to expand just more branches and possible. We've never had any issues, which can be checked by the Kent Police and stuff. We've always been really good, happy with the fact that we've not had any issues with the customers complaining. We always try to deal with it. And I'm pretty sure we have a good name for us in Maidstone. Hence why this is personally talking. Two of the objectors' names are Albanian, and we know that they're linked onto the new Albanian guys opening a Greek restaurant 4 down from us, the old Gem of Kent place. So all I see is just people trying to be in the competition to get us not take our license. That's the way I'm looking at all this.
Sorry, just to follow up, would you be able to tell me what it is the restaurant will be doing, like what your opening hours will be like? Because I see on here that you plan on being open until 5 in the morning. What kind of, what the plans are with what kind of food you'll be serving, what kind of.
I think I've exaggerated the time a little bit. It's going to be like we're going to open in the morning, like Turkish breakfast, and then lunch, and then a la carte restaurant in the evening. We might have exaggerated the hours, only probably to add a value in case in the future, if we ever sell the business. We always, as Turkish people, like to see the rather than now. But I doubt we're going to be stay open until that time. Although you're going to say, why did you put that time down there? But whenever the business is quiet, like we do in Larkfield, we close early, but it's going to be a la carte restaurant in the evening, not club, bar or entertainment or live music or anything. Otherwise, I would have put it down here as well. It's a family run restaurant, not third party run restaurant. It's going to be run by dad, mum, auntie, uncle, us two, sister and brother. Probably when they saw the time, they thought it's going to be like a strip club or something. But in Turkish culture, there isn't anything like that involved. I mean, if we are very good, why not keep it until 5 o'clock? But I doubt it's not going to work in Maidstone. I know I deliberately put the numbers down just to think it would add a value to the business in future. I'm not sure.
Just a second on that, like even in our current establishment in Larkfield, Alimet, the mentality of my father and uncle who's done this business, if you go to our restaurant, if you look at the structural plan, it's already in place in order in future, in case one of them passes away and the kids don't want to continue, all you have to do is 4 separating walls and then you've got 4 individual buildings. It's all been done for future, just in case. We always think about like the minimalist thing that could possibly go wrong. Even with here, we changed all the electric meters and everything and made spots where they could divide the building into individual things if need being. All the plumbing, everything has been brand new, completely done for future, just in case something happens within the family. Our generation doesn't get along. We sell it, I don't know, 20 years down the line and someone buys it. It just gives it a value to the building where you can individually separate it and etc. And we thought with this, if we get the license for 5 o'clock and say 10 years down the line we decide to sell it, let's be honest, the person who's probably going to buy is again going to be from our background Turkish, and the one thing Turkish people look at is potential. So if there's potential to open till 5 o'clock, we're not going to open till 5 o'clock, but it adds value onto it. So I don't know, the asking price would be like 5% deal or something like that, if you get what I mean.
Oh, sorry. That's
Yes,
a
please.
question. What hours does your Larkfield? You were saying you're not intending to open till 5. What hours are you currently doing at your Larkfield?
And at the moment, we're opening from midday until 11 p.m. But in the restaurant, for example, Sundays, let's say we kind of know now because it's been 7 years. We know when someone's going to come and someone's not going to come there. Sunday, sometimes we close at 9:45 for the restaurant side, not the takeaway.
Okay.
The takeaway will remain open. The restaurant after 9:45, there's no one going to come. Monday this week, just 2 days ago, we closed. What was it, 9:40 or something? Because there's no point making the staff wait there, and utility costs and etc. So after knowing it, after a few years of experience, you know when to close early and stuff. It's advertised for that, but if a customer calls, we say the kitchen closes like on the quiet days. Kitchen closes 9:45. If you're in there, you can stay till 11, but if not, lock the doors basically.
Thank you. So with your Maidstone one, you're obviously going to try and stay open a bit later because it's a town centre and it's more vibrant. If your restaurant is quiet and you shut the restaurant, am I right in assuming the takeaway will carry on? And will that carry on till 5 or 3 o'clock, or is it? No.
Yeah, we just put it on there, like we said, just to keep the value of the business in case if anything happens in future, but I doubt it because I know for a fact my missus won't let me stay till 5.
How do you work your staffing, just out of curiosity? Because if you, I mean, you said you're not going 7 till 5, but I was thinking, oh, hang on, 22 hours is a bit of a long working day. So you have it as 2 shifts.
It has to be 2 shifts because we're thinking during the morning we want to put something to Maidstone that hasn't got, which is Turkish breakfast and Turkish pastries. Because I'm not going to lie, personally, like when I look at competition, I see who's succeeding and who's not within the business. There's I think I don't know the exact name now. It used to be called Breeze or something, just before the mall on the right hand side. That guy's successful with his pastry options and stuff. And Bliss, yeah, we respect that. And we thought he's brought Bulgarian pastries. Let's bring Turkish pastries because I know the Turkish community is actually quite big in Maidstone than we knew when we got into it.
One of the things which did confuse us slightly was in your application that the supply of alcohol would finish at 2 o'clock, but then the restaurant was open till 5. And we wondered what would happen for those 3 hours, where the drink would come from.
That's as we mentioned, like the kitchen closes or the bar closes at 2 o'clock. If the person's got their drink in their glass, they want to finish it, yes, but there'll be no more refills, and when they're done, they can go.
And they won't be able to bring alcohol in.
Not a chance. No, definitely no alcohol from outside in our business.
Yeah.
That's the only thing we make our money from in this business. There's nothing in the kitchen. It's the bar that makes the money. So not a chance no one's going to bring anything outside.
Okay. And with the takeaway area, which may or may not go on beyond that time, there doesn't seem to be a huge amount of space for people to wait inside while they're waiting for their food. So do you anticipate them queuing outside, or would they all? Sorry, if you need to speak, we need to have the recording. So
Sorry, the takeaway space I think would easily fit because it's the roughly same square meters as what we have currently in Larkfield, just in a different shape. It should probably fit, I don't know, about 15 to 20 people inside. And it's really early for me to say I expect queues outside because I've never done personally myself. My uncle, my dad's obviously going to be leading us. They've had takeaways before in nightclub areas all around Medway and stuff, so they know the business. But without opening and seeing the business, it'll be an answer that's biased pretty much because I wouldn't know. But we have got enough potentially 15, 20 people to wait inside the takeaway area.
So one of the things concerned us was people congregating there, having left other premises, and just massing on the pavement, queuing up for their Turkish delicacies on the way home.
And one thing I hate, which we do, I don't want to speak to any other businesses, but in Larkfield, we have free cleaning staff. Cleaning is one of the most important things for us. I don't care if it's any other takeaway shops or anything. If I see anything around my pavement, whatever packet it is, our free staff regularly every couple of hours, they walk around the building or the pavement to see if there's anything. It's going to be the same thing here because let's be honest, we know people when they're drunk, they're going to throw their stuff out on the floor and stuff. I cannot have that affecting the image from outside my building. So we will have regular outside checks and etc. to clean. I don't care if it's a box from me or the kebab shop behind. It's my building. It needs to look nice and clean.
To be fair, you can see it sort of in the early hours of the morning a trail of packages or half-eaten kebabs or whatever that's sort of strewn around the pavement. So we'd be very keen to keep that sort of thing to a minimum. Okay, now does this? I haven't seen these premises actually in operation because they've always been closed as long as I've been in Maidstone. But they don't come with any actual outside space attached to the property. There's no space for tables or chairs outside.
I think we are allowed from the premise. Was it the premises at One Maidstone? We're allowed to put tables outside during light.
For the pavement license, then we can put tables outside, which we probably will, but in the summer.
In the summer, or like breakfast and tea and coffee time, not nightclub times. We're not I doubt it, because it's an issue for outside to be kept clean at that time. During daytimes, yes, poor people want to have lunch and stuff, but when it gets towards the evening, we'll probably just stack it back inside.
You know, particularly as people might want to smoke, so they wouldn't be smoking inside.
There'll probably be a smoking area outside where we'll have, I don't know what they're exactly called, you know, the airplane style ropey things with the poles. We'll probably, like in a nightclub smoking, we'll probably have somewhere for smokers outside. Once we have the pavement license, obviously I won't do anything without that, but we'll keep it all under control and stuff from previous experience with the current place.
Right. And presumably when the restaurant is open and you haven't got any outside space, people just go outside anyway and to smoke if they want to, so they'll just go anywhere.
Do you mean as in our current place, or?
Yes, but no, but if people are in this restaurant here in Middle Row, if they wanted to go out to smoke during their meal, they would just go outside.
I will
anywhere
have a
into
designated
into
area.
the highway.
I will have a designated area along with the pavement license where, because I don't want people ashing outside and stuff, I will have ashtrays and etc. Like I said, the cleanliness, we've never had less than 100% in our health and safety clean, like when the Spectres came. My dad and uncle, they are very strict with cleaning, whether it's outside or inside. So we will keep definitely outside. I know you're worried about like people throwing ashes outside and like the scrap buds and stuff. We'll definitely make sure it's all checked, and we will have like designated smoking area along with the pavement license once we apply for it. So summertime, yes, we'll put tables out, but any other time we will have somewhere close with the smokers.
Do you foresee having a sort of a last entry time to the premises when you will stop people coming in? Say if you are open, I mean, not that you propose to necessarily, but if you were open till 3 or till 5, would you say, well, no entry after this time?
Well, for the kitchen, when it's closed, it's closed. So like we'll let people know if they want to join their friends or something, because I know for a fact what my personal feeling, it might be like where people want to go out and they just want to eat something before they go clubbing or something, their friend comes and wants to join them. I'm not fussed, but necessarily in terms of customers coming, we don't have any time that before we close to say you can't come in. If they want to pop in and have I don't know, because we'll probably have like packets of crisps and crackers and stuff on the bar as well. If they want something at max, that's what they'll be getting. There'll be no kitchen served from a specific time once we decide when, because we need to see what time it gets busy and stuff. Like it's completely different market from Larkfield to here, as I don't know what time people start eating around this area. Larkfield, I know my business now, like I said, 7 years. There won't be something like, oh, you're not allowed in anymore. Just be like, you do know the kitchen's closed and we're probably closing in a certain time. Just like we're doing Larkfield, and on a Saturday when someone comes in at 10:30, we say, sorry, the kitchen's closed. If you want to join anyone, or if you want like a drink at worst case, go ahead, but 11 o'clock you're out. That's it, because we're closed then.
Okay. Are there any other questions,
No, I
councillors?
think we picked up the other one that I pavement. No other questions, Chair.
Okay.
Chair, can I ask a question?
Yes, certainly. Helen.
You've applied for recorded music. Can you just explain a little bit about the type of music you'll be playing, what sort of noise levels it will be, when it will be played? Thank you.
Through ceiling speakers, just the background music, necessarily for food, dining, most likely Turkish stuff you get in like holiday place, not loud rap music or pop music or something, just like background music on the background through the ceiling speakers we've already installed.
Right. No, if there are no more questions, then so if you have any other closing remarks, any other things you want to bring to our attention before we go into closed session to deliberate, then please do so now.
I don't really have a question, but the only thing I don't understand is we're surrounded with full of bars and clubs, and of course this is a process. If somebody objects, it has to probably come through here, but we're not like somewhere in Larkfield. I could understand if we were doing this in Larkfield, surrounded by residential, it's a residential area, but here it's town centre. I mean, and it's going to be an a la carte restaurant. We might have exaggerated the times. I mean, but it's most likely going to be open until that time. I know you're going to say, why did you put it on there? As we said, yeah, but we put it on there for a reason, for future purposes probably. But other than that, it's going to be family run, not third party run. So we want to make sure it's done efficiently and effectively, and we don't want to have trouble as well. And we've always thought about having security at the doors, and we spoke with the police, police, and who put some conditions, and we agreed. That was our like main thing. We was going to do it before that anyway. We cannot run without a security at the door. But yeah, it's going to be family run, Turkish Greek style restaurant. Thank you.
Just to add on to that, I remember you asking about the staffing and stuff. It will probably most likely be definitely 2 shifts, like the morning shift separate, probably till like 4 or 5 p.m. And then from what we've noticed, yes, we're a big family ourselves. There's probably about 15 of us going to work, but this one will probably need at least 15 staff minimum from what we calculated, both kitchen and the floor staff and etc. And then because we're coming here to add on, it all means hopefully we'll be giving a job opportunity to about 18 or 19 people, because there's going to be a few coming from there, so we have to take people in return for us there and here. And like I said, we've got nothing to add. We just find it, as my sister said, weird when we're surrounded with nightclubs and bars, and we're not a nightclub or a bar, just a restaurant.
Okay, well, thanks for that. Are there any other questions then from the members of the panel? No, thank you very much. Anything from Ellen? Can you confirm any further matters to be raised or resolved?
No, everything's been covered. Thank you.
Thank you very much then. So I now declare this hearing closed. The subcommittee members, accompanied by our legal advisor, will now enter into a closed session to deliberate. And so we will be asking you to leave while we make that decision. And we will return. Yeah, 20 minutes, say 10 to 10 to 2. So if you could wait outside, and we'll come and get you. Jordan will be with you 10 to 2. Oh, right. I'll be Okay, we're recording again. This is only for posterity, you understand. It's no glamour for us. All right. Right. Okay. Well, thank you very much, and thank you for waiting. I'm not going to keep you too long. So, as chair, I'd like to announce that the subcommittee has decided to grant the license, but with the conditions that you have agreed with the police. All parties to the hearing will receive a copy of the written determination notice regarding the subcommittee's determination. So, thank you very much. The hearing is now closed.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.